Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to some more Yeti's Parole Officer. We are trying to investigate a Chupacabra attack in Texas. So strap in, buckle down, put on your favorite robe or hat, and we are going to read some Yeti's Parole Officer. So enjoy, hopefully. Also, please be sure to leave me some comments. I know maybe some people may not make it to the end of the video where I ask for that, but certainly love it when folks leave comments. I love responding, love hearing your suggestions for what I should play next. I love hearing your thoughts on the game, so please do leave a comment and I will get back with you. So, when your transport touches down in Texas, it's pitch black and you're having trouble catching your breath. Hopping from place to place is a necessary part of the job, but it's certainly rough on you. You check your communicator, calling up the universal clock function. Although it's the wee hours of the morning in Loch Ness. It's just after 9 at night here. As you step from the transport, you shiver. It's warmer than it was in Virginia, but the night air still carries a chill. Clouds cloak the moon. The lights of a small town glow in the distance. It's so dark, you tap your communicator again, scanning for life forms. And Lucy Silver is still with us. Yep. Lucy jostles you. Anything? Hold on, you bite your lip. The lines of data keep blurring in your vision. It's been a long day and you're starting to run on fumes. The Chupacabra definitely were here. Lucy snorts. I could have guessed that. Oh? Wordlessly, she points to a dark shape on the ground about 20 feet away. This doesn't look good. I'll admit, this is mostly just reading. We've made very few, I feel like, decisions. So maybe, while the story is fairly interesting, maybe this wasn't the best choice of game to pick. Again, I thought it was new, but it's not new. So, I don't know what the deal is with that. You stumble through dusty stones and scrub. When you're still a few steps away, you recognize the shape. It's a cow, lying flat. You can tell at a glance that it's dead, but it doesn't smell. And it is that absence of smell which is horrifying. By the sheerest cosmic coincidence, the Chupacabra's own name for themselves and is identical to the one people of Earth have given them. El Chupacabra, goat sucker. They drain their victims completely dry. The cow looks mummified. If you were a less experienced agent, your fish and chips dinner would be splattered all over the ground by now. As it is, you still have to swallow hard. Ugh. Lucy nudges you. You doing all right there, Jim? Of course, why wouldn't I be? Lucy grins wickedly. Looked a little pale, that's all. Let's bite our tongue. I think we like her. She reminds us of our love interest back in the past. So we're not going to tell her to be quiet. We're not going to tell her she doesn't look so hot. I'm going to bite my tongue. Pressing your lips tightly together, you crouch next to the cow. It's not much more than bones and leather now. Hey, Jim, Lucy says suddenly. Did I upset you? You shrug. I didn't mean to. Lucy kneels next to you. Sorry if I went overboard. An apology? You feel a slow smile creeping across your face. Thanks for that. Returning your attention to the cow, you point to some tracks. What do you think? They're going north? Lucy frowns. Pretty fast, too. If you act now, you might be able to find the Chupacabra, but you are so exhausted, you're not sure how effective you will be. And as much as Lucy might deny it, she can tell if she is dragging too. As always, it's your call, Jim. There are two of us. I search and let Lucy sleep. There are two of us. I recover my strength while Lucy searches. I don't want anybody to go by themselves, so I can keep searching once I get some coffee in me. Wearily, you head back to the ship. There's a packet of instant coffee and hot water valve alongside one wall. You make a coffee for yourself and then hesitate. Will you make one for Lucy too? Yeah, she looks tired. Lucy may get on your nerves, but you're partners now. You gulp your coffee down and hand another to her. She is accepted silently, but with a nod that lets you know it was the right thing to do. Now, get searching. The coffee's done you well, of course. You need sleep soon, but you can function a bit longer. Both you and Lucy keep your communicators handy, scanning for signs of extraterrestrial life. There's some residual DNA here and there, stray hairs, saliva, that sort of thing. They're increasingly fresh. The Chupacabra can't be far away. You're near a farm where you see it up ahead. Another shape sprawled on the ground. This one doesn't look like a cow. Uh-oh. You and Lucy race towards it. Your legs ache with tiredness, but you're suddenly very, very alert. It's a man, somewhere in his 40s, with a weather-worn face and cropped gray hair. Blood oozes from gashes on his arms and chest and seeps through tears in his blue tears, not tears, tears in his blue denim jeans. Lucy curses. What do we do, Jim? The PGPB could save him, but he'd need a memory wipe after, and that's a complicated procedure. A human doctor might be able to save him. If you could call for help, that being said, he's in bad shape. If you could call for help. That being said, he's in bad shape. You've both got first aid kits. You may be able to patch him up. What do we do? What can we do? That doesn't seem like a skill that I have stats for. So I don't want to call the PGPB. I'll either run to the farmhouse and use the phone to call a human doctor, or save him myself with a first aid kit. Ooh, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do. Let's try some field medicine. That'll be fun. It takes steady hands and a clear mind to patch up wounds as bad as these. Even sleep deprived, you have both. You work quickly but efficiently. The man still needs a human doctor, but just as you finish cleaning the worst gashes, Lucy comes running back from the farmhouse. Humans on their way, she says. There's nothing else we can do tonight. It's too dark, and I'm not reading any new signals, but tomorrow we find those Chupacabra. Chupacabra. The next morning, refreshed and well fed, the pair of you continue on. Lucy takes the transport for a short skip. You ought to be back on the trail of the Chupacabra. Still, there's some time to ponder. You glance at Lucy as she pilots the craft. You first met her during your training period at the academy. You have to admit, she impressed you in your first class together. But why exactly? Lucy was so dedicated to her work. I liked her attitude. Lucy knew how to work the PGP politics. Lucy was so smart, she knows everything about galactic law. Let's see. If she is my love interest, I will say she's so smart, she knows everything about galactic law, because my wife is a law student. And so that'll be a way to pull real life into the game. Maybe. But if everything falls apart with Lucy, hopefully that's not the same as, hopefully that won't happen in real life. So Lucy was so smart, she knows everything about galactic law. Working for the Pan-Galactic Prisons Bureau, you do need to know about galactic law in general, along with the planet-specific criminal codes. You despaired a few times, privately, but Lucy got it right away, seizing the smallest, finest semantics. It was incredible to watch. Even now you smile thinking of it. When you land, bright sunlight streams into your eyes. You climb out of the ship, instantly alert for any signs of life. There isn't much except an armadillo trundling off in the distance. You exhale in relief. Lucy points to some tracks, and you're back on the trail. The land gets more broken the further you go. You leap over jagged outcrops and dodge clumps of cacti. The claw marks continue for a while, and then, just as you're getting hopeful, stop. Completely. Huh? Thinking you've lost them, you signal Lucy to double back with you. After some more poking around, you uncover a cave dug into the side of a small rise. Lucy stands well back from it. It's not big enough to hold them, if that's what you're thinking. We don't know how deep it goes. Are you blind, Jim? Lucy shakes her head. We're receiving reports of at least a dozen Chupacabra. There's no way they're hiding in there. Then what is? What indeed? Lucy plays with her already straight lapels. I don't know. You crouch before the cave. I'm going to investigate. A quick look over your shoulder. Are you coming? It's not big enough for a dozen Chupacabra, and it's not big enough for the two of us. Frowning, Lucy eases her stunner from its holster. I'll keep watch. You roll your eyes, but leave Lucy to do her thing. If you didn't know better, you'd think she was scared. Claustrophobic, maybe. It is small. Although the mouth of the cave is cramped, forcing you into a stooping shuffle, it opens up enough for you to stand nearly upright. You turn on the flashlight feature of your communicator. The light plays over the sandstone walls, revealing bits of wire, some books, and a nest constructed from bits of fabric. You have an idea of whose lair this might be, but it doesn't hurt to make sure. You clear your throat. Hello? Your query meets with silence, and then two reddish eyes glow in the depths of the cave. Teeth glint below them. You fumble with the light on your communicator. Its beam picks up a squashed, apathetic face. A face completed by a twitching button nose and quivering whiskers. Jackalope? Yes. Yes, her voice is smooth, lulling, seductive, if you're being honest, and much richer than you'd expect coming from that tiny furry body. I know you, Agent Jim. So good of you to visit. Would you care for a seat? You gulp. You can't help yourself. This is one of the most infamous mistresses of petty crime in the galaxy. Her eyes rest on yours, unwavering. Well, she presses gently. Care to make yourself more comfortable? I'm not about to be seduced by the jackalope. I reject her. I tease this out a little more. Hey, that voice is stunning. I can be seduced by her. She means sitting on a chair or something, right? I don't know. I don't want to say I reject her. She means sitting on a chair or something, right? That would be very nice, you say. Thank you. Ah, she hops forward, ducks her antlered head. Unfortunately, as you can see, seating space is at a premium. An unfortunate condition of exile, it seems. Ow, sarcasm. As the jackalope talks, you spot something. There's a hairline crack in the rock, which, even in the dim light, is a little too rectangular to be perfectly natural. One problem, it's a lot closer to the jackalope than to you. I am sneaky. Right? Yeah, I'm sneaky. So, I don't shove her out of the way, I don't order her to stand aside, I sneak it open whenever she's not looking. You wait patiently until the jackalope looks away, distracted by the sound of Lucy coughing outside. Then you slip behind her and run your fingers over the crack. Realizing it's a panel, you open it to reveal a tangle of wires. At a glance, they look almost like the circuitry used in warp gates, but if that's the case, the jackalope has made some bizarre alterations. Besides, warp gates are really unstable unless they're located a good distance from centers of planetary mass. The jackalope cocks her head. I wouldn't touch that, she says softly. No? No. She squeezes between you and the panel, lowering her head to the points of her antlers are aimed at your eyes. Nothing there, but listen. I can make this worth your while. You PGPB agents are always in need of more funds. How would you like an extra 100 standard currency units? No way. We're not going to be bribed. What if I tell her that you can't bribe me and then she just kills me and that's the end of the game? Absolutely no way you can't bribe me. Let me think about it. No, you can't bribe me. Wrong answer, the jackalope says just before she delivers a rabbit punch to your jaw. You can't react fast enough and you're knocked out cold. Eventually you come to with Lucy leaning over you and the jackalope looking unimpressed on the far side of the cave. Lucy looks concerned. Actually looks concerned. You okay? Fine. After glaring at the jackalope, her face softens. Then let's get out of here. Outside the cave, Lucy raises an eyebrow. What did you find out, Jim? Quickly, you fill her in on the mysterious tangle of wires in the hidden panel. Lucy clucks her tongue. Hard to say what that was, exactly. The jackalope's has always been a bit of a pack rat. It didn't look like anything I've ever seen. Well, I'd add her to Tweel's watch list. Suddenly, both your communicators buzz and her face tenses. Hold on, incoming message. It's about the Chupacabra. So it is. You scan the message quickly. Begin classified intel. Chupacabra sighted on Rigel 9. No info on means of transport. Expect ship imminently. Cannot allow a jailbreak. Find them or else. No sooner have you finished the message than you hear a loud humming. You look up and there, hovering against the azure Texas sky, is nothing. Then dust kicks up about 20 feet away. The cloaking system switches off, and the ship comes into view. A planet hopper designed to pass through warp gates easily. Not much in the way of weapons. Pity about the weapons. We haven't used any weapons at all yet. Lucy is still preoccupied with the message, or else, she muses. Jim, you better not cost me my promotion. We've got bigger things to worry about, you say tersely. There's been a jailbreak, Lucy. That has never happened. How do they get off Earth? I don't know, Lucy admits, striding towards the ship, but I'm not letting it happen again. Well, that's her belief. Unambiguous as always. How about yours? Next chapter. Are you ready? Boop. You know what's bothering me? You sigh. You and Lucy are on a PGPB transport speeding through hyperspace, and the rolling, undulating colors are giving you a headache. What, you ask finally? How did the Chupacabra get off planet? Lucy is known for her attention to her uniform, but now she rolls the fabric obsessively between her fingertips. They were moving, they were eating, and then nothing. The ship rolls, you close your eyes. We'll find them. Lucy harumphs. Harumph, harumph. You ever seen Blazing Saddles? With all the harumphs? I didn't get a harumph out of that, man. Harumph, harumph. Anyway, sorry. That's Blazing Saddles reference. Go watch it. It's good. Old movie. Mel Brooks. Lucy harumphs. It's your hide on the line. Tweel likes me. Thanks, Lucy. The ship lurches back into regular space. Lucy immediately presses against the window. You don't bother. You were on Rigel 9 last year. It's a scorching hot planet, the way Earth must have been during the Jurassic. Thick, leafy jungles cover most of the planet. Where there isn't a jungle, there are cities. Great sprawling cities with the streets of mud and crumbling buildings. You always feel a bit awkward here, since only the PGPB call it Rigel 9. It reminds you uncomfortably of the colonialist attitudes you witnessed on Earth in centuries past. Suffice it to say, you aren't exactly looking forward to tracking the Chupacabra across their home planet. The ship dumps you close to where the Chupacabra were last seen, one of the larger towns. Tin-roofed shanties compete for space with scraps from junked ships. As you step from the ship, you recoil from the smell. Garbage, rotting meat, sewage, and the smells of desperation. It smells like me when I wake up. Just kidding. Now you have a choice to make. You'll cover more ground if you and Lucy split up. There are a number of Chupacabra poking their snouts out, looking at you two with a mix of curiosity and menace. Then, again, there's one young Chupacabra who's mostly gazing with curiosity. Maybe he'd be a good local guide. Do we want to hire the young Chupacabra? Search alone? Stick with Lucy? Let's stick with Lucy. You're becoming reliant on this partner of yours. Maybe that isn't such a bad thing. You've worked alone for a long, long time. Having someone else around is kind of nice. And unless you're losing your mind, Lucy feels the same. At least she smiles. Lucy actually has a pretty nice smile. Whoa, where are these thoughts coming from, Jim? Best keep your mind on the job, don't you think? Yes, keep your mind on the job. You and Lucy venture into the street. Suddenly you're very aware of every movement she makes, but you are a professional, and so you push such thoughts firmly away. Oblivious, Lucy continues tapping at her communicator. Remember that mob from a few years back, she says, not looking up? The Affiliates? The Chupacabra Mafia? Sure. Well, their boss lives in a mansion just outside the slum. He might be sheltering the escapees. Or, she swipes the screen, there's an abandoned factory emitting a weird signal, almost like a spaceship beacon, but nothing I recognize. Or, it's like all the escapees came from the same neighborhood, also close to here. Might be a good idea to search it. Finally, she puts the communicator down and looks at you. It's very distracting. What do you think? So the Jackalope thing had a weird thing that we didn't recognize. So let's investigate that factory that also has a weird signal that we don't recognize. Instead of the mob boss or their old haunts. You strike out on the road. The jungle clears out as you near the factory, and soon enough you're there. It's a ramshackle building, corrugated tin crumbling on every side. How do you enter? Squeeze through a window, find a hole in the side, go through the front door. Let's find a hole in the side. And with that, I think that is going to be the end of our video today. So we are now inside a factory on the planet Rigel 9, looking for some Chupacabra. I don't know where we're headed with this, but hopefully it's somewhere fun. Please do leave a comment. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you're watching. I hope you enjoyed these videos. Again, as always, make suggestions on what you might want me to play next, and I'll see if I can't make it happen. With that, I'll see you in the next video. I love you very much.